February 11, 1990. The world watched as Nelson Mandela walked out of prison after 27 years behind bars. But who was this man, and how did he go on to become the first black president of South Africa? Let's uncover the story of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was born in 1918 in a small village called Mvezo in South Africa. He grew up in a traditional family and learned about leadership from an early age. Mandela went to school, something rare for many black South Africans at the time. Later, he went to university, where he began to see the unfair way his people were treated. South Africa was ruled by a system called apartheid. It separated people by race, giving power and privileges to white people while black people faced discrimination and harsh laws. Mandela joined the African National Congress, or ANC, a group fighting for equal rights for black South Africans. He became a leader, organizing protests and speaking out against injustice. At first, Mandela and the ANC protested peacefully. But when the government responded with violence, Mandela and others decided to fight back in new ways, avoiding harm to people but targeting government buildings. In 1962, Mandela was arrested for standing up to the government. At his trial, he gave a famous speech, saying he was ready to die for a free and equal South Africa. He was sentenced to life in prison. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, most of it on Robben Island. Even in jail, he didn't give up. He taught other prisoners and stayed hopeful for a better future. People across the world supported Mandela. They protested, and governments put pressure on South Africa to end apartheid. Finally, in 1990, Mandela was released from prison. It was a moment of hope for South Africa and the world. 4 years later, South Africa held its first election where everyone could vote. Mandela became the country's first black president. As president, Mandela worked to bring South Africans together. He forgave those who had wronged him and focused on healing the nation. Mandela's story inspires millions. He showed that even in the face of great injustice, hope, forgiveness, and determination can change the world. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. Mandela's life teaches us that even in the darkest times, hope and courage can lead to extraordinary change. His journey from prisoner to president wasn't just about politics, it was about humanity, forgiveness, and the power of unity. His legacy lives on today. Schools, streets, and organizations around the world bear his name, reminding us of his message: to fight for justice, treat others with dignity, and never lose sight of a better future. South Africa is still healing, but the foundation Mandela laid continues to inspire people everywhere to dream of equality and peace. His story is proof that one person's determination can change the course of history. Nelson Mandela showed us that a better world is possible if we work together. What will you do to make a difference? Thank you for watching this episode of Histography. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to keep learning about the people and places that shape our world. See you next time.